Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tam here with Laugh and Grow with Tam. And on my channel, I help you grow with real talk and a side of laughter. Hold on, y'all. I'm watching my neighbor. I don't know what the heck he doing. He got some kind of cord and he going over there. But that's over there by my bedroom window. Anyway, y'all, let me mind my business. As long as he ain't doing nothing. Okay, anyway, y'all. I wanted to talk to y'all about something that was on my heart this morning when I was getting ready for work. And I actually started recording a whole nother video, and then I stopped because I was like, this is not what I'm supposed to be talking about. And then God reminded me of what he showed me this morning. And what he told me was, we got to stop playing the victim. Y'all, I don't know how many times I have sat in conversation with people and they're telling me their issues and what's upsetting them and why they're upset and what's frustrating them. And I'm looking at them going, do you hear what you're saying? Like, you are the reason why this is happening to you. And I listen to them blame everybody else but themselves. My son struggles with this very bad because he is a perfectionist. And because he is hard on himself, it's very difficult for him to accept when he's done something wrong or made a mistake. So just for example, and not to put my baby out on Front Street, but just something simple. Like, I might say to him, hey, which one of y'all left these socks on the floor? Well, I was gonna leave it on the floor, but I left it on the floor, but you didn't tell us to put them up. Son, it's not my responsibility to tell you to put your socks up when you know you're supposed to put your socks up. Like, stuff like that. It's always someone else's fault. And so we're teaching him and showing him how to take accountability for his actions. And so that's what I want to talk to y'all about today. It is a struggle, I think, as an adult, when you've grown and you handle business. It's hard sometimes to say, shoot, I made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Or, man, I could have did that better. Or, yeah, you know what? That's on me. I take that. And I have found that is like a really hard thing for adults to do. Parents, husbands, wives, like spouses, like I have found, even in friendship, it's like, bro, just say sorry. Like, apologize. Like, you wrong. You are wrong. And even sometimes in myself, like I check myself often because I'm like, I cannot stand when people do that. Like, you're clearly wrong and you're trying to make it somebody else's fault. And just instead of just saying, you know what, I could handle that better. If I call my best friend right now and I'm going on the phone with her and I'm cussing and I'm yelling and I'm telling her this, and this, and this, and that, and we got the phone and she calls me the next day and say, hey, friend, you know what? You really hurt my feeling in that conversation. And I say in turn, well, I mean, I'm sorry that it hurt you, but you really shouldn't have said that. It's like, whoa. Let's address the fact that your friend just came to you and said, you hurt my feelings. You can at least apologize for that. I find a lot of times that people naturally want to defend themselves, or they want to deflect the blame, or they feel like if they apologize that the feelings that they have are not valid. That's not true. That's the furthest from the truth. Two things can be true at the same time. This is my biggest thing. I say this all the time. You can be upset at something and feel justified in how you feel, but you can also take accountability for your part in it, right? Sometimes you may hear somebody, and this is not to touch a sore spot, but someone may be going through divorce, and you sit and you listen and you hear them talk about why they got divorced because he didn't or she didn't. And it's like, okay, I hear you, but did you play a part in this as well? I was talking to a friend recently and she opened up to me and she had mentioned how she knows that she played a part in her divorce, even though ultimately her husband had done some things that were just unforgivable in, her book, or I won't even say unforgivable, but some things that were just, they were not good and was detrimental to their marriage. She also owned up to the fact that, hey, I played a part in some of these things as well. To me, that takes maturity. And I think it's very difficult for people to grasp that concept of, hey, I played a part in this too. But it's also, you also have to understand that there's always areas to improve, right? If my husband comes up and slaps me in the face and I go off and I'm mad, I may be justified in going off because why are you slapping me? But also, there's always room to improve, right? Okay, I went off. I could have handled that better. Even though he was dead wrong, okay, I could have expressed myself in a better way, right? Um, I could have handled that differently. And so I know for me, a lot of times I find myself in situations where when I find myself having a hard time taking accountability, and to be honest with you, y'all, it's not something that I struggle with. That's just not something I struggle with. It's not. But if I have a moment where I find myself struggling, it is because a lot of times it is because I feel justified in how I responded, or I feel justified in how I'm feeling, or it is because I feel like it's 100% someone's fault and I have nothing to do with it. That's when I find myself having difficulty owning up to how I could have done better. I know it happens a lot in my marriage. It happens a lot where my husband does something that just pisses me off. And then the Holy Spirit be like, but yeah, you could have handled that better. You could have said this better. You could have, and it's be like, but he wrong. And it's like, yeah, he's wrong. But what area can you work on? I know there are people that play the victim all the time in their stories, and nobody is ever wrong. It is always someone else's fault. But you got to look within yourself to say, you know what? I could have handled that better. No, that wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, me and so-and-so aren't friends anymore, but why are we not friends? You know what I'm saying? She says she doesn't trust me, but why doesn't she trust me? You know what I'm saying? Are you in situations where you got people around you? You may not be gossiping, but you are allowing gossip to happen about that friend, right? Are you in situations where, you know, every time your friend come to you about something, you shut her down because you think you're helping? Girl, it's going to be all right. Don't worry about it. But have you considered that maybe you should listen and actually take into consideration what she's saying or what he's saying? Have you considered any of that? Have you considered that, you know, you had a piss poor attitude the other day and your friend wasn't aware of what was going on and you assumed that they knew and just was being rude and ugly to them? Have you considered those things? 9 times out of 10, if you sit back and you check yourself and you see how you respond to something, or if you look within yourself, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be able to find a reason or something that you could have done better. And we got to stop blaming everybody for our mistakes. We have to take accountability. We have to own up. Not only do we have to own up to that, but y'all, we also have to stop blaming the devil for everything. The devil, sometimes it ain't the devil, baby. Sometimes it's just you. Oh man, I don't have no money to pay my bills, man. But you was just out partying last night and spent $100 on alcohol. So that's not the devil, that's you. Man, I got fired from my job. The devil just busy. The devil just busy, or the Lord just tested me. But you've been showing up late consistently, and your boss has given you 3 warnings and told you the last time you're going to get fired. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. I said I wasn't going to have no more babies out of wedlock, man. I don't even know how this happened. You're still having sex. You're still out here having sex. So yeah, you're pregnant. You're pregnant. You're with child. You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't even know why the Lord. I'm struggling. This must be a test. The enemy after me. This ain't nothing but the devil, because this man I'm with, he just don't want to listen. He don't want to act right. But the Lord told you to leave him. The Lord told you to walk away 2 years ago, and you still with him. Y'all are unequally yoked. What are we doing here? Why? What are we doing here? Right? Oh, Lord, my finances just, oh, but you cheated on your taxes last year. Oh, man, I'm in so much debt, but you keep swiping that credit card. for unnecessary things. You don't need to get your nails done every 2 weeks. You don't need a Louis Vuitton bag. You need food. You need a roof over your head. You need gas in your car, right? So I said all that to say, and I feel like I tapped into a place, but I'm going to pull back. Just know this. We got to be doing our part too. It's not always the devil. It's not always the Lord testing me. And it's not always somebody else's fault. You got to take accountability and ownership for your own actions. And I'm going to leave that at that. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.